Hey guys, OscarLover131 here, come at you with a contest entry for David's Aquariums. Contest was to take a look at what equipment you use for your tank, and we're gonna run a quick scan on this tank to see what equipment is being used on it right now. Alright, so we know what kind of equipment is going to be used on this tank, so let's take a look. So first on the list is my 48-inch quad T5 high output light fixture by Odyssey, and we're going to take a closer look at this fixture right now. I chose this fixture simply because of the price point. It has an unbeatable price point, only $110 for 216 watts of power over a 55-gallon tank. You just cannot beat that. It has a digital timer which works flawlessly, controls 2 sets of bulbs at a time and LEDs, comes on and off when I set it, and it doesn't get off time at all, and it works perfectly. Grows plants like crazy. I can grow anything under here, from dwarf hairgrass to pearlweed to baby tears. Anything I want I can grow under this light. Next is my pressurized CO2 injection system with multiple components. We'll take a look into that right now. I chose these components, more specifically the Milwaukee regulator, because it's super reliable and very effective. It comes with 2 gauges which tell you the working pressure and the internal pressure of the cylinder. It comes with a solenoid which is perfect for setting up to a timer or a pH controller, which allows you to turn off the CO2 when need be. And it also comes with a bubble counter which allows you to see how much CO2 you are injecting into your tank, and a needle valve to control it. This is my DIY CO2 reactor. I chose to go DIY on this project because instead of spending a ton of money on a CO2 reactor that probably wouldn't get the job done and it would break down the road, I could just spend a couple dollars on something that will last a long time and I know how to fix and maintain if need be. This regulator or reactor consists of a Rio 90-gallon-an-hour pump attached to a gravel vacuum using some coarse sponge and an air stone. The CO2 is injected into the gravel vacuum body with an air stone. The CO2 is broken up into small bubbles and then forced down through the gravel vacuum with the Rio pump, which creates a vortex of CO2 bubbles and then forces it down through the sponge and into the tank with 100% diffusion and long CO2 contact. Next is my filtration system, which consists of a 3-chamber sump with a wet-dry filter, a submerged ceramic filter, algae scrubber, UV sterilizer, and return pump. We're going to start with the first section. We're going to see what that consists of right now. I chose a wet-dry chamber because it is the most effective form of filtration in a freshwater aquarium. It trickles, the water trickles over the biological media to get full coverage and remove ammonia, nitrates, and nitrites, also removing any gunk or plant matter that is sucked in from the overflow with the fine filter media. And I also have my 200-watt heater in this tank. I put it in this tank because there's the most room for it, and I chose the ehiem heater because ehiem makes excellent products. This heater is extremely durable and never loses its temperature. Next, I'm going to move on to my second stage, which is the submerged ceramic media and algae scrubber, and we're going to look at what that consists of right now. I chose ceramic media in this section because ceramic media performs best when submerged, because it can grow bacteria that does well in an oxygen-starved environment. I went with an algae scrubber on this build to remove algae because of issues with highlighting, and it also aids as a biological filter, removing any nitrates from the water. I use a 200-gallon-an-hour Petco pump to run the scrubber and a standard 9-watt CFL bulb to grow algae. The final stage of my filter is my pump section, and we're going to look at what's inside there right now. I chose both of these pumps because they had good price tags and they're both reliable. The smaller pump I chose because it has a low flow rate to power my UV sterilizer for maximum UV contact time. I chose the UV sterilizer because it was also priced very well and it gets the job done. With 9 watts of UV power, it can kill ick and other parasites along with algae. Last but not least is my main return pump, which I chose because it's extremely durable, reliable, and can handle a lot of head pressure. My return consists of a DIY spray bar, which I chose because it provides a decent amount of flow, which is needed in a planted aquarium, and oxygen exchange, which provides oxygen in the water for the fish. All in all, I'm very happy with my equipment choices and DIY projects. If I had the chance, I probably wouldn't trade them for anything else because they're the best products that you could use on a fish tank and nothing else can beat them in my opinion. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the contest entry and I'll see you guys later.